As a child growing up on the beautiful island of Eleuthera, I think I spent more time underwater than above. The Bahamas is a low-lying chain of islands spread over 100,000 square miles of ocean. We are on the forefront of the climate emergency, particularly vulnerable to sea level rise and to increasingly strong hurricanes. BREEF is the Bahamas Reef Environment Educational Foundation. We have a vision of a country where all people understand the waters around us and take action to protect them. Coral reefs are particularly important in the Bahamas because they are a home for many of our commercially important fish species. They also play a critical role protecting our islands from storms and hurricanes. Intact reefs can break wave energy by 97%. Our fragile coral reefs are particularly vulnerable to the warming waters. When corals get stressed, they lose the algae that lives in their tissues, and they appear white. If this bleaching continues for too long, they can die. At our coral nurseries, BREEF's giving the coral a helping hand. Growing coral floating in the water column that we can then outplant back onto the reef to help restore the reef in nearby areas. BREEF created the Coral Reef Sculpture Garden to draw attention to threats facing our marine environment. Ocean Atlas is the largest underwater sculpture in the world, and since we put it into the water a few years ago, it is turning into a live reef. Entire ecosystems are under threat. For many of our important species, we're eating these fish faster than they're able to reproduce. The Nassau grouper and queen conch are so important here, and in the Bahamas is where we have some of the last remaining populations of these species. We're working to create a fully functional network of marine protected areas, essential for the social, economic, and ecological future of our country. BREEF runs a program called Eco Schools in the Bahamas that challenges young people to observe the environment around them and take action to protect it. They're able to explore the mangroves and go snorkeling on coral reefs to discover the tremendous biodiversity and life beneath the waters. Deep Creek Middle School was the first eco school in the Bahamas. These children have developed an eco code that everyone in the school follows. They have eliminated single-use plastics from their campus. They're out in the field collecting water samples and monitoring the environment around them, and then communicating their findings to their community at large. There are currently 31 eco schools in the Bahamas, and these children here are joining a network of 69 countries around the world that encompass 19.5 million children. We are building a whole new generation of environmental stewards, and I'm so proud of what these young people are achieving. There's so much that needs to be done to protect the incredibly beautiful Bahamian waters for future generations. And it all starts with education.